and Lagos, Wednesday, 8th October 2025, by Comrade Olusola Oladoja, President, National Association of Nigerian Students, who are able here to represent Lagos State as national PR. Preamble: the National Association of Nigerian Students, as the conscience of the nation and voice of the Nigerian students and the voice of Nigerian youth and students, stand before the Nigerian people today with a clear message: we shall no longer watch the enemies of progress sabotage the revitalization of the Nigerian petroleum industry. Today, simultaneously, national money action taking place in Abuja, Asaba, and Lagos are a coordinated signal to the Nigerian government and the industry actors that the students and youth of this country are fully awake. This is not only a warning action, but let it be known that any further attempt to frustrate, sabotage, or deliberately impose anti-investment policies on the survival of private refineries will lead to total occupation of federal highways across of the state of the Federation and the FCT by Nigerian students and youth. The background and context of this movement: Nigeria is blessed with abundant crude oil, remains a paradisiacal importer of refined petroleum products. Our national refineries in Port Harcourt, Kaduna, and Warri have been deliberately crippled for decades through a web of sabotage, mismanagement, and collusion between local and foreign interests. This decade has forced us into an unholy dependency as a nation, exporting crude at giveaway prices and importing refined products at cutthroat cost. The consequences of this industrial sabotage are clear: job losses, inflation, economic instability, and the erosion of national pride as a nation. Following the removal of fuel subsidy, the need for functional national and private refineries has become an economical emergency. Revitalizing our refining capacity is not optional. It is a matter of national survival as a nation. The danger of economic sabotage cannot be overemphasized. The Nigerian experience in the textile industry stands as a tragic warning. Once the second largest employer of labor after the federal government, the textile industry was totally destroyed due to duty-free importation and the government failure to protect local industries. We repeat that same negligence in the petroleum sector by allowing sabotage, the undue union pressure or policy hostility towards private refineries like Dangote refinery. We will destroy one of Nigeria's greatest industrial achievements in recent history if we go by this. In developed economies, national interest comes first. Even in the United States, a highly industrialized nation, President Donald Trump imposed high import duties to protect American jobs and industries. Nigeria must learn from this. We must discourage importation of petroleum products, even from friendly nations, to protect our economy and the employment of students and youth in Nigeria. The emerging conspiracy against private refineries is well noted. The current importers of petroleum products and export of crude oil developed under the DSDP scheme of NNPC, including members of government, international oil companies, IOCs, such as BP, Shell, and global traders like Trafigura, Vitol, and Deco, are using trade unions, regulators, and government agencies to frustrate the operation of private refineries, especially Dangote refinery. The latest manifestation of this conspiracy is the unconstitutional attempt by the PENGASSAN to impose union membership on workers of the Dangote refinery. This is an act of coercion and a direct violation of Section 40 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, which guarantees freedom of association, including the freedom not to join or join any association as voluntary. Private refineries workers have every right to choose their form of representation or to remain unionized. After all, academic staff in private universities are not compelled to join ASU. Lecturers in private polytechnics are not under ASU. And teachers in private colleges of education are not members of WAS. So why a must of compulsory unionization membership Dangote refinery? This imposition is therefore a calculated attempt to frustrate Dangote refinery, another emerging private investment in the sector of oil. And NAS will resist it with every legitimate means that is possible. Sabotage of national refineries is a historical crime. It is on record that the collapse of Nigerian national refineries was not merely due to poor maintenance, but deliberate acts of sabotage by entrenched interests of high places. These were cases of the outbreak mysteriously set in tragic departments, equipment deliberately damaged through wrong operations, and systemic conveyance to ensure continuous importation of petroleum products at the expense of millions of Nigerians. The emergence and survival of Dangote refinery is already shaking this vested interest. We reaffirm that a successful Dangote refinery will compel the federal government to complete and to operationalize all national refineries, ensuring a healthy competition that prevents any single monopoly in the sector. We are against monopoly, and the federal government was acting to ensure that they revive all refineries in Nigeria to give a good competition in the sector. But for this to happen, government must show courage and commitment, not silence or complicity. This is our position as a body of NAS and our demand. The National Association of Nigerian Students hereby present the following clear and non-negotiable demands. 1. Priority crude supply to Nigerian refineries. The federal government through NNPC and other appropriate agencies must make an open commitment to give supply priority of crude to Nigerian refineries and including private refineries as such as Dangote and Bua. Enough of 2 years contract and this and that. We want it to be seamless and surplus for our refineries which are local in Nigeria to be able to operate and feed the nation as much as possible. 2. End to crude undervaluation to foreign refineries. There must be an immediate end to selling crude oil to foreign refineries at cheaper rates than those that we offer to refine it in Nigeria. Local industry must be incentivized, not strangled. They must receive incentives to encourage them, to motivate them that as a nation we are truly ready and to give them our oil to refine for us to use in Nigeria and not for other countries or neighboring countries. 3. Less priority on petroleum product importation at expense of local refinery petroleum products by the indigenous refinery. The federal government must declare less priority on the importation of petroleum products at the expense of local refineries products. Now the local refinery capacity is sufficient to meet and exceed national consumption, then why are we waiting? 4. Protection of private investment and freedom of association. Government should promulgate policies reaffirming the constitutional freedom of association and protection of private investment in the petroleum sector. We are saying that it is a time for government to come on board to put a proper policy in place so that there can be seamless freedom of association to be obeyed, not interest superseding the rule of law. Stop union harassment and industrial blackmail. This is an important demand for us as NAS. That's demand and end to continuous harassment of private investors like Dangote by unions such as PENGASSAN and DAPA. We are aware and we are also educated. We understand how union operates, and we say that Dangote refinery must not, as Nigeria state, be sabotage and must not. The right to operate and productively must be preserved for all local refineries, and especially Dangote that is operating and poor. This is our conclusion of this position paper. The Nigerian student movement stand firmly on the side of industrial growth, job creation. Year in, year out, we know the statistics of unemployment in Nigeria. Look at the recent number of Dangote that was 800 at a go. I don't think that we have much of such larger multinational companies in Nigeria that can offer people that kind of future we deserve. And economic independence, they are investors. They should be able to operate and give us what has been. We will not fold our hands while international saboteurs destroy the hope of a new Nigeria that we are enjoying and experiencing. The destruction of the textile industry was never be repeated in the petroleum sector. The Dangote refinery and other private refineries represent a new dawn in Nigeria industrial revival. One that must be protected, supported, and sustained by all means. Today's warning action is a statement of intent. Should government agencies, trade unions, or foreign collaborators continue on the path of sabotage, now as we mobilize millions of Nigerian students to occupy federal highways across all taxi states. The work we are doing today is just a warning, and you can see that we are not closing the road. There is free movement, and we are doing it peacefully. We shall defend the survival of the Nigerian economy and the dignity of our nation. Aluta continua.
Victoria Fata!
The national public Thank you very much. I believe they call us a jobless youth. Yes, if we have this kind of youth some years ago, I believe the textile industry will not have been funded by now. Look at Ajakuta, look at a lot of industries that have left Nigeria. And it is not now, as Nigerian students, that we fold our hands. You see, people say that, is this truly our fully responsibility? We are the most of everything, and I can tell you. We understand the current issue, and we are on negotiation and consideration and consultation with them. We have that engagement. The national president of NAS is the same university with the actual president, which is the University of Jos. On the furthest part is his dean of students. So I can tell you that there's collaboration, and we are doing our best. If there is need for that, we get that. But on this, we are coming on board as students to let you know. Remember that. You know what we experienced some years ago. This is time that we must take care of. And we are saying that this I'm not sponsoring. But on this, I even mentioned Bua. So if Dangote is not only about Dangote, we are saying that this is the future. If about we understand a lot of students that are there. Our students are there in Dangote. Chemical engineering, petroleum engineering. I'm a PhD student of public administration. If I have my offer and I have to present myself, well, I will be there. So what we are saying is that if we have such a multinational business in Nigeria, refinery, aside Dangote, the best we have that is bigger than that, I think is in Qatar. Yes. So what are you telling us? So this is not something we can joke with, or we can jeopardize it, and we are standing that.
Nigeria must survive. Dangote must survive.
Nigeria must survive. Dangote must survive. Nigeria must survive.
No, you guys got it. Okay, you sure say you can get like that.
And of the great and of the great Nigerian students, Nigerian students, progressive Nigerian students, reasonable Nigerian students, once again, the leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Students, a body known for always fighting for equality, freedom and social justice, has once again swooped out in mass to declare to the world that Nigerian students are saying a total no to the importation of fuel in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are saying no to the sabotaging of Dangote as a personality, as well as other refineries in Nigeria. We are here to say enough is enough. We are here to say no to some unscrupulous elements pitching tent with the opposition to create problem for the incumbent leadership of His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a man that is performing across border, a man that is doing the impossible for the ungrateful Nigerians, a man that has dedicated his life towards the upliftment of Nigerians. Today we are here to say no to sabotaging positive government moves towards ending the suffering and poverty of Nigerians. Today we are here to say that a little thing is a little thing, but happiness is a great thing. Dangote has gone a long way in reducing the price of PMS in Nigeria. Why are some people trying to sabotage that effort? Why are some people trying to bring Nigeria to dismay? Why are some people trying to set us apart? Why are some people trying to divide Nigeria for political gains? We are here to say no, and enough is enough. Nigerian students are saying yes and supporting Dangote. Dangote must survive. Is my name. Comrade Bestman Okeriafo is my name. A former national PRO of NANS, the president of Progressive Movement, PSM Nigeria. Thank
Solidarity forever. We shall always Àtìgbà táláyé ti dáyé kò sọ́mọ náà sì ní tó ṣorí rere. Àtìgbà táláyé ti dáyé kò sọ́mọ náà sì ní tó ṣorí. Àlọ́mọ̀lúta àlóògùn láì kàyí sáyà àgùnmáyé màá never regret you. Aluta, Tina, Victoria. Oh, I love Aluta. I said, I'm
ẹjẹ́ sọ fún Darkman, ẹjẹ́ àbíyẹ wọn wípé àwọn òfẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe mọ́, ẹjẹ́ sọ fún wọn ìkà tó ń ṣe yí òpè rárá. Gbogbo bí Dangote ṣe ń ṣe tó ń sọrí ire fún wa ló bẹ́ẹ̀gì ẹ lọ ti dàbákọ̀, gbogbo ló bẹ́ẹ̀gì PENGASSAN ẹ lọ ti dàbákọ̀, ẹ̀yin kékeré tẹ̀ dààmú gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà bá a bá bá sọ wọ́n máa ní ti Tinubu wọ́n máa láwọn ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè ni ṣùgbọ́n lọ́wọ́ yìí àti mọ̀jú lọ ní bẹ́ẹ̀kì gbogbo èyí pẹ́ńkẹ́sà ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀wọ́ ọkọ̀ a ò fẹ́ yín lẹ̀ yìí mọ́ Dangote ti fẹ́ máa ṣe bẹbẹ fún wa kí ló dé tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ máa tẹ̀pọ̀ wọ́n fún wa ní bẹ́ẹ̀kì ẹ máa lọ tí n bá ti pẹ́ ní bẹ́ẹ̀kì ẹ máa sọ wípé o lè ṣùgbọ́n kí n tó kọ̀ yìí àwa lónìí Dangote kò lè bàjẹ́ àwa lónìí Dangote kò lè dàrú o my dear Dangote làwa wà ẹgbẹ́ àwa lónìí Dangote kò lè bàjẹ́ àwa lónìí Dangote kò lè dàrú o my dear Dangote làwa wà àmọ́láwọ̀ tí bá ti pẹ́ ní bẹ́ẹ̀gì ẹ pariwo lè tí bá ti pariwo ní bẹ́ẹ̀gì Legacy no beg Legacy Dagba Legacy Dagba Legacy àwọn lónìí Dangote oh my dear Dangote làwọn fẹ́ Legacy Dagba Legacy Dagba Legacy Dagba Legacy Dagba Dangote kò lè bàjẹ́ àwa lónìí Dangote kò lè bàjẹ́ oh my dear Dangote làwọn àmọ́ ṣé àmọ́rin ni àwa lónìí Dangote kò lè bàjẹ́ àwa lónìí Dangote kò lè dàrú o oh my dear Dangote làwa wá amọ̀rawa làwa wá amọ̀rawa Dangote làwa fẹ́ Dangote yìí ti gbogbo wa ní kó máa gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sí tòmíràn tí a lè lọ àjò lè dàbí ilé ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀wọ́ pọ̀ ká fi mọ̀ ṣọ̀kan kúlúkúlú kúlúkúlú Dangote kúlú ìjọba Dangote kúlú àdúgbò. Dangote
Dangote.